This assignment was really frustrating for me, just for the sheer fact that I tend to overthink everything. And the main question of this assignment was no different. Um, I it took me reading on my own, um, and also talking to my school's speech pathologist, um, to realize that I actually did understand what the answer was. Um, and so, as I was talking with my husband, I was trying to explain it to him, and it found it easier just to use kind of our son, our 6-year-old, as an example. Um, so when we were, not we, when he was around 3, we noticed that he was having a lot of trouble pronouncing words, a lot of trouble talking, and he did not sound like the rest of his peers. Honestly, you couldn't understand much of what he said, maybe about 25% of what he said in connected speech. I mean, you just couldn't. And so we knew to, we recognized that there was an issue, and we referred him to someone who would know more about that. And so she first has to make sure, that there's nothing physical or anything like that that's keeping them or hindering them from producing these sounds. For example, she makes sure there's a hearing and a vision screening, and she focuses mostly on that hearing screening to make sure, that he's able to actually hear those sounds. She's also looks at the structure of his mouth, or did, to see, was there anything with his tongue or his teeth that were keeping him from correctly producing the sounds. After that, she also was asking about, was he prone to ear infections? Did anybody in his family have speech issues and that sort of thing? And she also was further able to test him for those articulation disorders, those mispronunciation of sounds, and was able to pinpoint what he was doing with each of those sounds. And then she was able to come up with a plan to target, individual sounds at a time, to teach him how to form those sounds correctly, where to put his tongue, how to shape his mouth, those sort of things. And I feel like before I went through letters training, and which was mainly explaining the science of reading, and then going through this class, just realizing how connected it all is, and how students really learn from speech to print. They really learn from beginning from what they're hearing to what they're saying, before they can start to read fluently. And I feel like before then, I did a disservice to my kids, to my students. And now I feel like I'm better able to reach them, because I know to have these conversations with my students, to get them talking to me, to build relationships so they will talk to me. And that way I can further identify, because not every kid has a mom and dad who is going to be involved enough or know a difference or know to refer for further testing. And so I feel like because of these things, because of my training, I feel like I'm able to reach students who may need more intervention.